Hey guys, this is What If here, and welcome back to NASCAR 2003 for race 2836, the running of the MBNA American 400 here at Dover. We're going to look at the settings here, gameplay, race late 10% assist off, AI difficulty on Legend, can't change how I want to, same format, point standings, what the hell? You see like a black thing like over the drive, it was weird. I have a big points lead over Mark Martin after, you know, how many wins, that many, and yeah, won in New Hampshire. So without further ado, let's get this race underway. It's going to be 40 laps. It's going to be quite a long one. This is, again, one of the few tracks on this game where it really is hard to win here, in a sense where in 40 laps, per se. Like, if you do it, like, in the same kind of format, like the way I do it, and everything, it's just really hard, and it's just difficult to not bounce off the other drivers and stuff, because your car just likes to gravitate up the track a little bit. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky to see how this unfolds, so we'll see. We're live at Dover. And it looks like Jimmy Johnson and Jimmy Spencer are gonna be on the pole, so let's get this race underway. 3, 2, 1. Green flags out, we're underway here at Dover for 40 laps. Let the adventure begin. In a lot of practice runs I've done, it's been completely all over the place. Some races I've done fine, some races I've DNF'd. Some there's a guy that blows up and I get in a wreck and just die. It's been completely random and erratic. It's unpredictable, so it's going to be interesting to see how this race plays out, because I just don't know what to expect in aero brake checking. Wow, that fucked me up big time. Now I got damage on my hood because of that. I can't wait till like lap 10 or 12 when this field spreads out and I can start gaining positions. Now I'm definitely going to have to repair that damage because it's going to kill me a little bit. Already, right off the bat, freaking enough, like a pretty good chunk of hood damage already. Oh my god. So just gonna try to hold the bottom. We're gonna try to go a little bit slow going into these corners just so we don't slide up the track all the way. Obviously, the longer the run goes on, it's gonna be harder and harder to do that, but we're gonna try to conserve our tires the best we possibly can. And, see what I meant? It's just really difficult to hold the bottom. It's a little bit like, it feels like a faster version of Bristol on this game, the way this track drives. Not that it's a bad thing, but just tough to really hold the bottom. And just the dead zone on the gas is just a big problem, because it takes like a good second or two for it to register you're off the gas, and it's a little bit of a problem, but thankfully you can just smash on the brakes and then go right back on the gas. You'll be a little bit okay, so definitely a little bit weird. But we're actually gaining a decent amount of spots here on the bottom line. That's just what we gotta do, is just be on the bottom for most of this run and just try to survive this first couple laps here when this field is all bunched up, and then hopefully by the time pit stops happen, the field will be a little bit spread out, and then I can enter the corner a little bit more than like what I would like, because obviously most of the time going in these corners I'm entering it in like a little bit skewed, awkward entries, or I'm approaching it very awkwardly, so we're gonna have to, you know, take our time here. I'm hoping by the time it's lap 19, because that's the lap I'm going to be pitting, I'll be somewhere in like the top 20, or at least, you know, 21st, 22nd. It'll be kind of like a good goal to meet before we reach halfway, so then maybe the second half we can get to the lead by like the very end. But I don't know, it's really hard to tell, but we're just going to try to take our time here. And this inside line's working out fine. We're going a little bit slow, and it's working out just fine. Just don't get sideways. Oh man, it is just ridiculous how old this game. Oh god, never mind. I just ran back at Schrader and I got sideways. Don't hit Schrader. It's just amazing that a game that's almost 15 years old now, 13 years old, and I hit Schrader. Try to get back down the bottom so Harvard doesn't kill my momentum on the outside. I don't want to be on the outside here. It's just really tough. And Harvick slides way up the track. He's going to lose a bunch of spots. I just saw that on my mirror. He just went completely out of the groove. I think that was Harvick. It's either Harvick or Jeff Green. I know, I'm probably wrong. I think that's Harvick ahead of me with the 2001 paint scheme. I think that actually might be Harvick. So I think I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. It was Jeff Green. My bad. So No, this is good. 19th. This is nice. There definitely is a big breakaway from. There's definitely two distinct packs up there, where the leader is, and then after that there's a gap, and then the rest of us, and then there's the rest of us, and I'm in that second pack. Oh, man, I don't know. We're doing good right now. We're gaining spots. Our car feels well. Just gotta be careful and conserve these tires a little longer into this run. We're almost in another 8 or so laps. We're gonna be pitting, but it's gonna be. I really hope I can do well. I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting, but I don't know that. We're actually doing pretty well here. Again, one thing I was trying to nail is just pit stops, because it just seems like I can't go in, or it just seems like I either try too hard and I spin out and then I hit the freaking the opening of the pit wall there and stuff where the tires are, and I'll just either DNF or get stuck on it, like something like that would happen, or I would just go too slow and just lose too much time. But then if I have a bad pit stop or my crew members make a mistake, it's going to kill me even more. So it is a little bit tricky to get into this pit stop. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it in this way, where I'm starting last and I'm working my way up through the field, because I did that at like race 20 onwards, and then race 19, and previously I was qualifying and stuff. So this is the first time I'm actually dealing with the pack and trying to race around them, and I think for the most part I've done a fairly decent job, so I'm happy with that. Now we just really gotta. I can feel the car slipping a lot actually, so this isn't really good. Please, Spencer, don't cut me off. Don't slide up the track. We're going like under 140 miles an hour. And as we can see, about 15 to 16 laps into a run, the car starts to really lose its tires. So that means by around, like lap 35 or 36 into the second second run, that's about when the tires are going to fall off, and I'm just not going to be able to go. We're still gaining. I believe we're actually catching the leader here. We might be a little bit too late to win. But I think a top 5 is definitely within our range. And yeah, we are definitely gaining. We were like about 5 seconds back a couple laps ago. Now we're about 3.6. And I'm thinking we can win this if we just have a decent pit stop and I can enter it properly. Then it'll be on. So we did a terrible job taking that corner. We drove up on the outside line and just didn't feel comfortable with it. So we're going to try to get back on the bottom. Again, we're going much slower and slower and just getting harder and harder to kind of grip the car onto the track. But I'm doing a good job somewhat, and people are starting to pit now, and thankfully they're entering pit road and not randomly brake checking in front of me. It's nice, you know, I don't have to be worrying about stupid AI moves. Oh God, Gordon, that was really weird. He was trying to merge into me. It was really weird. Yeah, we're definitely pitting this time. So we're gonna start slowing down now. Try to get down to 70 miles an hour. Gordon's gonna run into me like a bum, and we are gonna go 60 miles an hour. We're gonna have to repair our damage, and I'm already getting held up on pit road. A big freaking mess up. Oh my God. Oh, that's gonna kill me. There was just a big log jam, and we're still getting log jammed. We're log jamming. Oh my God, it is a big debacle of bukkake. Oh lordy, that was a mess. So, yeah, I guess that hood damage didn't really affect my car as much as I would have thought. It's good, thank God. You got the right sides on fine, and it looks like the left side's going to be on fine, and the pit stop was good, even though we got held up big time. So this is going to kill our chances of a top 10, most definitely, I believe. I'm pretty sure. That kind of sucks. There's just so much congestion, and I could have undercut I could have pitted a little bit earlier, but then my tires would have been complete junk. So. Oh well. And we're doing it. What was I like? 15th, 16th or something before all the pit sequences happen, so I guarantee I'm going to be like freaking 20th at least. I don't know. I'm definitely going to lose spots. This sucks. Hopefully no caution comes out during these pit road sequences or nobody blows an engine. I actually haven't seen that this race. Nobody's blown an engine as far as I can recall. Sorry, Spencer. Sorry, Spencer. Kick my ass later. Oh, God. Don't get sideways. Got a couple people getting out of pit road. Okay, so that's weird. We're actually not going to lose as much spots as I was anticipating here. So this might be good for us. And, oh, God, Johnny Benson just came out of pit road right in the Gordon, and I had to evasive maneuver around that. That was very unexpected. That was scared the shit out of me. That's something you don't want to do. And because of all that pit sequences, I'm going to lose like 4 to almost 5 seconds. God, that killed me. It seems like other drivers definitely got held up on pit road and everything's all bunched up. Because I remember Harvick being like further back and now he's up to 12. So definitely seems like, oh God, Gordon, jeez. Oh well, he didn't lose any. He didn't lose any extra positions. That was for me getting by him. Hopefully the leader can get in some lap traffic here and slow him up, and then maybe I can catch them. I don't know. Definitely wins out of the question today, but we're gonna try to get a top 10. I think we can get it. Now we're just gonna see how much time we can gain for the rest of this race and see where we would be. So it was about 7.5 that lap. We're gonna see what it is this time by. I'm going to assume it's probably about half a second. Probably not, maybe like 0.2 of a second, realistically speaking. So the leader's not caught up in traffic. Okay, 1/10. She only gained 1/10 that time. We're going to see what it can be this time by. Definitely entered 1 and 2 a hell of a lot better than last lap. Might be a little bit better for sure. We're going to hope so. It just sucks because we lost so much ground on that pit cycle. That just killed us. So we gained about 0.2. So that's about what I was thinking like the last 2 laps ago. We should have a couple laps fresher tires than the rest of the field, at least by either 2 or 3. So that is good for us. But I don't know how big of a factor it's going to play in later in the race. I don't think it'll matter all too much. You gained, damn, half a second that lap. That's freaking crazy. So if we can keep it up at that pace, we may just get top 5. I mean, again, there's clean air, there's nobody around us. There's not a big log jam of cars all around us. So we can enter these corners a little bit more to what I am accustomed of and try to gain more spots, which I think that lap we did gain about another half a second, I think. It's weird because it doesn't look like I'm really, really fast because I'm like taking the middle groove for the most part, but it just seems to be working to our advantage here. We just do that diamonding. Can't even say it. But you diamond the corner where you go in, you drift up, and then you go back down. It's kind of like how you get a good run off the corners. Jeff Gordon does it a lot like Martinsville and stuff, and it's just like, it's neat, you know. So definitely the leader is getting caught up in lap traffic now with about 10 laps to go. So this may play into our hands a little bit because it's going to slow him up, and then it's just going to keep slowing up the cars in front of him. Oh God. Yeah, see what I meant? It's just really, if you're not careful, you really have a hard time getting around them without hitting them for the most part. And that was one of them. But, yeah, the car's starting to get a little bit harder to drive. It's getting much harder to drive. I slapped the outside wall. Kenta thankfully braked. Oh my God, I lost a 10th. I probably gained about half a second that lap. But yeah, my tires are just going completely to junk all of a sudden. I can't turn at all. Oh, damn. I think top 10 is probably where I'm going to finish. This car now, either I'm pushing it way too hard or I just can't drive the car anymore. But it's getting really tough to drive. I should probably go like 137 into these corners now. Don't get sideways. Oh, there goes my freaking there goes the grip of my tires down. They're going to officially burn and just die. Oh well, top 10 still good points-wise, you know. Big picture, you know, thinking about the big picture, I mean, I don't really need to worry about it. I just got to just be concerned about finishing the race and not DNFing. So this is fine. This is about where I was thinking I would finish, maybe top 10, top 5. I was hoping a top 5, but the way our first run was going, about of how many spots we gained, but now it's not going to happen. We just start, our tires are just too worn. We still gained a little bit that lap, though, oddly enough, but as you see, we're just going higher and higher up the track, so it's going to be a bitch trying to pass people because we're not going to have that preferred groove, or literally speaking, all of the damn racetrack. But, yeah, it's just really hard now. Please don't hit the wall. We're still gaining, actually, so I know the leader's definitely in lap traffic, and it has to be slowing him up because I'm not gaining too much on Kenseth here. So, yeah, I think the leader's finally in lap traffic, and it's going to slow him down dramatically, but we only have about 3 laps to go this time, or next time by, so it's not going to be enough time. If it was like a 100-lap race, maybe, but not right now. This car is damn freaking... I was going to say damn good, but it's not really. I think 10th place is all we got, but definitely the guy in head of Stewart's really losing a lot of time. He's just been very, very slow. Not the pace on these worn tires, probably. I just can't do anything. Cars get really hard to turn. Almost half my bars filled with red, almost, or a quarter of it. And we still didn't lose any time that lap. We were just... Man, yeah, that guy's just slowing them all up. I wish I could get by him for at least, you know, a possible 7th place, but now it's Kurt Busch that's holding them all up. But yeah, the car just has no grip anymore. Just I'm going like 140, and it's just on the verge of either hitting the wall or spinning out. And we're still gaining on the leader too because he's getting hauled up. So, ugh. And yeah, Kenseth has a much faster car, and just obviously seems to conserve his tires better because he just went right around those two. But off the final corner, somebody's won here, and look at that. Looks like I'm going to get 10th. Yeah, very low on fuel. But, oh, my thumb. Oh, my God. Shit. And Sterling Marlin wins. I almost hit freaking start because I'm so used to winning. Oh, my God. Damn, my thumb freaking hurts. Well, Rusty gets 11th. Damn, Stewart started 31st too. Damn. Sterling Marlin led. Jimmy Johnson led the most. Marlin won though, but oh well. Mark definitely gained some points on me. I don't know how much, but only 16 points, but nothing too major. Oh jeez. Nope, that was Dover. That was a pretty solid race, really, like, just, you know, a couple little mishaps, you know, with running into a few people, but nothing that really killed the momentum and stuff, just little, like, mistakes, but just couldn't manage my tires. It just seemed like it was just really hard to be fast with running on those tires on that second run. I mean, I tried staying out as long as I could without losing too much track position, and it didn't really work out, but oh well, top 10 still fine. I might have gotten 7th if that pit road stuff didn't happen, but oh well. So I did lose a little bit of points, but and Rusty's still on 9th. Good job. And Rudd's back in 10th. All right, good. All right. So that was Dover. Next race is at Kansas, race 2936 with the Protection 1400. So hopefully that race will be fine. I remember earlier in the season, the races were really hard, actually, believe it or not. You know, it was kind of tough from what I remember. So it's going to be interesting to see how I can, you know, race that race. Because I think it's just as hard as Dover in some ways, just managing your tires. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So thank you for watching. I hope you stuck around, and I hope you enjoyed. And as always, see you later, and I'll catch you all at the next race.